You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
Hey, this is a welcome concept for us, that rain not as widespread across the metro.
Let's send it over to Chesley McNeil for what you need to know as you head out the door. Chesley?
Yeah, the scattered showers will continue to be with us. We had those strong storms back off to the west. You can see the numerous lightning strikes associated with it, but when they crossed our border, really began to fall apart. So we'll just have isolated showers around for the rest of the afternoon. Go ahead and carry the umbrella with you going out this morning. You're going to need it. Once we get to the afternoon, we'll notice the clouds breaking down. It will be a touch breezy out there, but our highs will make it up to about 75 degrees for this afternoon. Those northwest winds about 10 miles per hour. Gusts will be a little bit higher than that. We'll see the gusts reaching about 20 miles per hour this afternoon. Some good news. We'll get the sunshine in for the latter half of the day. We'll get it into tomorrow as well, but then more rain comes back to us as we start this holiday weekend. More details on that coming up. Guys, back to you.
The State Board of Education is responding to this video many of you are calling unsafe and unacceptable. Holes in the ceiling, busted up bathrooms, and mold on the walls inside of Druid Hills High School. Students took it upon themselves to expose the horrible conditions and do something about it.
And they are getting some results. Kiris Belger has more on what the State Board of Education is now doing. Kiris?
Yeah, good morning. So one student told 11 Alive the smell of mold was so bad in the school, she had to walk outside to get to her classes because she just could not take it. Now the State Board of Education is sending inspectors to see the conditions at the school for themselves. Before the students made the video, Druid Hills High School was on the district's priority list for renovations, but that was tabled in February when concerns came up about pre-K funding. District Superintendent Cheryl Watson sent a letter home to parents saying the renovations would be put back on the agenda at the upcoming district meeting on Monday. But even with this announcement, parents we've heard from say they can't believe their children had to endure these conditions. And the students who made the video and their parents all plan to speak at that board meeting Monday, and the board will have to vote once again on those renovations.
All right, we'll keep following it, Kiris. Thank you. Right now, a case of mistaken identity sets police back in their search for the person who shot a Clayton County police officer. Police say they initially arrested the wrong person, so they've shifted their focus now to this man. This is a picture of 17-year-old Charles Payne. Police say he is a known gang member with connections to Riverdale, Georgia. They believe he is the one who shot an officer during an armed robbery at a shopping center in College Park about 6 weeks ago. Police have now dropped all the charges against Arterio Crumbly. They say a few witnesses wrongfully identified him as the suspect. Crumbly turned himself in, told police he was innocent, and proved that he had an alibi. His girlfriend says this is a case of racial profiling.
They just put it together so quickly and ran with it instead of actually investigating. I feel like there's a lot of blatant disrespect and nonchalant not caring about the situation.
So his name cleared, but take another look at the person police are now looking for, 17-year-old Charles Payne. He's been on the run since March 2nd.
Taxes could go up across Fulton County in an effort to ensure easy access to health care for patients to the south. Wellstar plans to close Atlanta Medical Center South in less than a month because it says there just aren't enough people seeking care. Fulton County Chairman Rob Pitts is suggesting the tax hike and wants to meet with Wellstar to see if Grady Health System could help run the hospital to keep it from closing and also to keep people in South Fulton from having to drive an extra 20 minutes for care.
You'll have to wear a mask on a plane and other public transit for a while longer. The CDC is extending the order now by 15 days, so it goes till May 3rd. It was going to expire on Monday, April 18th.
Delta Airlines ending its monthly health insurance surcharge for its unvaccinated employees. The Atlanta-based airline implemented the $200 monthly surcharge to encourage those employees to get vaccinated against COVID-19. Delta's all-in workforce vaccination rate is now above 95%.
The Georgia Department of Public Health is changing the way that it reports COVID data. It is transitioning from daily to weekly reporting. DPH says weekly reporting is going to give a more complete picture of the changes. That was a look at your top headlines on this Thursday morning. Happening today, loved ones are getting ready to say a final goodbye to a teenage boy and his grandparents gunned down during a robbery at their family business in Coweta County. Brittany Kleinpeter is live from the funeral home. Brittany, the family really feeling the weight of two things here, grief and feeling desperate for answers. This gunman is still on the run.
That's right, Cheryl. And today, hundreds are expected to remember those 3 family members here in Coweta County. The 3 family members, Tommy and Evelyn Hank, alongside their teenage grandson, Luke Hawk, were all killed in apparent robbery at the Hawks business last Friday. It's a gun shop and shooting range in Grantville. Last night, we were able to speak with some of their family who say they're just continuing to beg tipsters to come forward.
They loved people deeply, and their grandson was like a little brother, and they were phenomenal people that really were passionate about just giving life their best.
Family tell us that Luke was also about to graduate high school, and he was working at his grandparents' shop during his spring break. Truly tragic story. The funeral will be held today at 2 p.m. at Unity Baptist Church. Cheryl.
All right, Brittany, thank you. It is 6:55 now.
Here is a look at what you need to know before you head out the door. Later today, the president will address his administration's efforts to rebuild supply chains. He'll also talk about the Bipartisan Innovation Act and how it will help create manufacturing jobs and strengthen the supply chain and also lower prices for us.
A first day in federal court expected today for the man suspected of opening fire in a New York City subway. Police arrested Frank James in Manhattan nearly 30 hours after that attack on the Brooklyn train. 10 people were shot. All are expected to survive.
Happening today, Atlanta police plan to announce what they call significant arrests. Police Chief Rodney Bryan is holding a joint press conference this morning with Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens. As we all know, violent crime has spiked in the city. It is an issue Dickens has been tackling with police.
The director of the CIA is in Atlanta today. William Burns will be at Georgia Tech sharing some of his insights and experiences and also hearing from students in Metro Atlanta colleges, including Emory and Atlanta's HBCUs.
Well, we're looking at isolated showers left over for this morning. We'll watch that front as it continues to push through, and our winds will begin to shift as well. You got plans for this afternoon? Know that by noon, temperatures will still be in the 60s. We'll still have that thick cloud cover over us, but it will be breaking down so that by 3 o'clock, when the kids are getting out of school, sunshine breaks out. 75 degrees will be our afternoon high, a touch breezy. I think our winds will get up, gusts will get up to about 20 miles per hour. And then by 6 o'clock, we're looking at temperatures around 74 degrees, again under partly sunny skies. Not bad. The upcoming weekend, you're looking at Easter weekend. Saturday, the two weekend days will be the wettest with a 50% chance of rain, 20% chance on Sunday.
We're coming up on Easter weekend. I was running errands and some mom's like, where are those jelly-filled eggs? I need the eggs. It's hard to find them. Stock up now.
I was in Target yesterday. The shelves were empty. It's as if Easter's already over, according to them.
Where's that chocolate?
Yeah. It's the supply chain backup. The president will address that later today.
Have a good day, everybody. Today's show is coming up next.